Hello! I'm back and I'm riding a street triple again. Went to the dealer that I had last time on a whim because they had like an evening thing going on, and it looks so good in the flesh. I mean, I'm not a big fan of the yellow, but in general, so just out for a test ride, see what it's like. And already, man, like the differences to the R9T are monumental. It's so much more stable on a going straight ahead, but in the corners, like I'm not even doing anything crazy, like it's just more like reliable. It, like, you know exactly what it's going to do. It's just so linear, and the engine is buttery smooth. It's incredible. Blows my mind. And man, that quick shifter, God, I miss it. And the brakes actually work. Like, the rear brake will stop you. On the R9T it just doesn't. And it actually has, I don't know, like less immediate punch, but like more, like it almost feels torquier to me in a weird way, but I guess maybe that's the power difference. I don't know, like it doesn't actually, it should have less power and torque across until you get to like 8,000 RPM or something, but it feels, maybe because it's so smooth, it just feels like it will propel you more, with more authority. Not even like, I mean obviously faster and stuff, but like not even, that's not the feeling you get. It's just that it's nicer. It's so funny. Don't really and for my height, it fits like a glove. It absolutely fits like a glove. It is incredible. The way it falls into corners, in that it doesn't fall, it just goes where you want it to be. Not too little and not too much. Exactly the right, it's just everything about it for me is exactly the right amount. The right amount of sporty, the right amount of relaxed, you know, especially like once you've got air cruise control and you sit upright and you put your feet down on the pegs and you could just let it go. Oh, that's all I missed from the previous one. And the suspension, like the R9T is soft, but it's not plush, if that makes sense. Like this is a firmer suspension, but it irons out bumps better. Like you get more feedback from the road without it getting like, oh man. Yeah, okay. So the R9T, if you do actually open it up, it does. There's more that's coming. Right, I'm gonna take. I know this road. I'm gonna go this way. Yeah, the BMW would just get upset over corners like these. And would start running wide when you're on throttle. And that quick shifter, just to be able to shift down and let the engine braking do some of the work. Wet roads though. It is so good. It is so outrageously good. Okay, I mean, that's all I needed to do. I just needed to get to... I had to know I wasn't misremembering or being ridiculous. Just a smoother ride. It is just so much better. It's outrageous. What am I gonna do? I need it. It was always going to be... It was always my dream bike, and then I had it, and then I crashed it, and there's a reason it's my dream bike. It fits like a glove. It just fits me like a... oh man, oh, decent rear brakes. Don't even have to touch the front if I don't want to. And you can tell when it wants to like not step out the rear, but like when it's starting to lose traction, because I think the ABS starts reducing the pressure and like giving some pressure back into your foot. Fuck. This may have been a mistake, because now I really want it. Not just like, yeah, of course it's pretty and it was always my dream bike, but there's a reason for that, and the reason is it fits. I think this is I wonder if that's the most important bit. of buying a motorcycle is that it fits. I mean, everything else is kind of secondary to some extent. And it's so smooth. Like, and I feel I trust the rear tire again and the front. I just trust the tires. And the suspension, that it's not gonna just like hit a bump and get all pushed out of whack. Man, and the brakes are like not too harsh. I was worried that the brakes are gonna be too harsh after, especially after coming from the R9T, and like the first bite is definitely like, whoa, you need to get used to that again. But then afterwards, they're so perfectly linear. Like, and you need so little braking force. And oh, I was worried that it would be too high, like because they raised the rear slightly, and when I sat on it initially, I was like, ooh, this is not as comfortable as the previous one. But honestly, like, I mean, hey, once you're riding, this fits even better than the previous Street Triple. This is like heaven now. Like, it's like someone shaped the seat and the tank for me, and told me this is made for you, and I would have believed them. But like, as soon as you're on the go, and even if you're stopping, you're like, well, previously I could comfortably put both feet down. Now it's like slightly uncomfortably putting both feet down, but just put one foot down, like when you're at a traffic light, and it's fine. I mean, this was never meant for big like cruising and tours where you're just like sat in traffic for ages, or like, you know, even commuting or something. I'm sure everyone uses it for different things, but like, it's sort of like a weekend toy is the way I class it. Like a weekend toy that's somewhat practical, that's not gonna like rip your arms off. It is such a wonderful bike. Honestly, I just can't get over it. Shit. I'm gonna have to convince my wife to let me swap the R9T for the Street Triple. Cause I don't know, like I remember that I was like always wanted to push and always wanted to go faster. But this, oddly enough, feels like it's calmed down. Like it's actually just, maybe it's because it's so much smoother, and you don't need I don't need the massive like torque to like get my gears going. I just love the way it rides. It's just perfect. It is just perfect. And I swear to God, it previously was kind of not struggling, but like it would, like 50 in fifth it was not happy about. It's just so, maybe that's why the previous one was felt more aggressive, because it was just not happy sitting at this like super low revs. It was kind of like chugging along a little bit, despite it being like still very smooth. And that meant you always kind of were chasing the revs. But, or maybe because they like improved the mid-range on this, it just feels more relaxed. It's it feels more relaxed than the R9T. I mean, it's also less vibey and stuff, and especially if I can get it with like, if I could get it with the cruise control and just sit here and doing 50 in 5th gear, just cruising along. And now that the tires are kind of warming up, they're also feeling like, initial turn-in was a bit slow, but I know for a fact that's the tires. The Super Corsas feel super nimble and light once they're at like temperature and at pressure. Sorry, when they're not, they kind of feel a bit sluggish. But yeah, once they're warmed up, they're perfect. Like, there's other tires that will feel more nimble initially in these kind of not cold, but like not like hot conditions, but then they just kind of give up sooner. But yeah, the Super Corsas, oh man, they need warm up. Anywho, this is my impressions of the new Street Triple. It is an absolute banger, and it doesn't even try. It's just nice. It's actually, tootling around town, they've definitely improved the engine response down low. It's just kind of more chilled. What an absolute dream of the bike. Damn, I need one. As simple as that. I need to figure out how. Talk to you soon.